Hello there guys, my name is Coach Chai, YouTube channel Dogster built for Theme Park News, and welcome to a Theme Park Newsroom update from Energylandia to kick off today's double upload. Now before we get started, we've got some very important things to discuss. First of all, channel wise, we've reached 900 subscribers, which is unbelievable. I can't believe how fast the channel's grown over the last few months. Start of November is going to be our sort of first year anniversary, and I can't believe we could potentially go over 1,000 subscribers at that anniversary, that 1 year anniversary. So it's just unreal that we're about to reach 1,000 subscribers, which means ad revenue, monetization, unbelievable. So thank you so much guys for making my dreams come true. It's brilliant to see this channel growing so fast and see how many of you guys support the channel so much. So thank you very much. Also, as a side note, with it being nearly 1,000 subscribers, we're just under 100 away now. It also means we're just under 100 subscribers away from the next Q&A video, because of course every 500 subscribers we do a Q&A video until we get to the things like the 10,000. Then we'll do it every 1,000 and things like that. So thank you very much guys. Make sure you get your questions, so make sure you keep sending your questions in. Use the hashtag questions so I know it's for the Q&A video. Hashtag question or hashtag Q&A. That's the sort of hashtags to put before your question, so I know it's going to be for the Q&A video. I'm going to put it on my Instagram as well, so people from Instagram can send the questions in as well over the next couple of weeks. So when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to film the Q&A from what we've got. I may give it a couple more days after we've hit the 1K, and then I'll get some more questions in for the video. But I'm already suspecting this is going to be a bigger video than the 500 subscriber Q&A video. So thank you very much. Also, some other big announcements. Of course, this week's going to be 2 important announcements, unless there's any more coming out. We do, of course, have SeaWorld Orlando's announcement for 2020. That's scheduled to come today. So hopefully I'll either get a video on by the end of today or tomorrow. Or early tomorrow for the new coaster. Of course, we're set to announce the new coaster at some point today, so hopefully we'll get a video from that. And of course, starting I believe from Thursday running up until Sunday, it is D23 Expo. I cannot wait for this. I believe the theme park stuff is going to be on the Sunday, so hopefully by Sunday going into next week we should have some stuff from D23 Expo. I'm going to do some separate stuff for the big projects. Apparently Thursday could be the announcement for the big secret project from the Walt Disney Parks, even though all the rest of the park news is coming Sunday. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have an update on the big secret project that they've put into the expo at the start of the expo. So that'll be good. So D23 Expo coming up, SeaWorld Orlando coming later today with their announcement. So hopefully we'll release some stuff from that. But let's get started then with this Theme Park Newsroom update from Energylandia, and it's on 4 planned roller coasters. Now another one I believe to be in negotiation. They're still in negotiation for another one. Energylandia is such a rapidly growing park. Now these coaster types, well, 3 of the coaster types that have been mentioned recently, we now know more details about where they're going to be located, possible similarities, that kind of thing. I'm going to sort of share that via a forum, and I'm going to sort of share my thoughts on that. Make sure you get your comments down below as well about what you think to these coasters. I'm also going to share what other coasters they could add to the park as well, and what could realistically come to the park, since they are going to be a coaster based park. So let's go along then with some locations that have been announced for what these potential coasters are for the future. So of course we now know that Zadra, the RMC coaster, is set to open in 2019. But what about 2020? Well, the rumour states that they're going to be opening a Vekoma Shockwave, and there's also a rumour of a mine train. Now, let's go on about locations first of all then. So, starting off with the Shockwave. So this is set to be located just above the mine train, looking from the entrance to the new zone. So this is going to be an interesting location. Obviously, Blue Track is already on site. Now, Rollercoaster Database, in terms of Energylandia, they're stating this Vekoma Firestorm to open in 2020, but they are rumouring a Shockwave. So it is interesting to see that we're getting a Shockwave, and there's no mention yet of a Firestorm. I believe that's just around about the same model. Now the mine train will be located on the right from the entrance to the new zone with Zadra, and it will be longer with 3 lift hills. So we're looking at something similar to the Mine Train at Disneyland Paris, according to the forum. So we're looking at something similar to Big Thunder Mountain, which I think will be a perfect addition to the park. It will show. It will definitely show that they're not just about loads and loads of coasters. They're on about theming their coasters as well and theming the areas around them, which I think could be the start of them doing what Polton's Park's technically doing with some of their areas in the recent years. This sort of re-theme areas with current attractions in, just to make them themed areas and not just areas with loads of coasters and flat rides and water rides, etc. So hopefully in the next few years we should get some re-themed areas at Energylandia, which would be nice. Now the tilt coaster that's been rumoured will definitely be the new and improved Vekoma track. So this is going to be the next gen Vekoma track, not like Gravity Max, which is the other tilt coaster in Japan. So this is going to be located just behind Zadra, looking from the side of Mayan roller coaster, which is the Vekoma SLC. So basically, a lot of work seems to be taking around that Zadra area. So this is part of a brand new area, sort of next to Zadra's area, if you know what I mean. So it looks like the Mine Train, the Tilt, and the Shockwave look to be part of around about the new zone. Or looking into the new zone. It looks like the Shockwave and the Mine Train will definitely part of the new zone, it looks like, but I think the tilt coaster just next to Mayan, but to the right of Zadra, that could be maybe part of its own zone maybe, or it could just be part of the same new zone, we don't know. Now the Mine Train and the Shockwave is apparently opening in 2020, or should open in 2020. This is the Shockwave Plus model, so it could be the Firestorm in a way. Now the Tilt has been rumoured to open in 2021. Now, in terms of predicting what could be the fourth coaster that's in well, we believe the fourth coaster is the one that's still in negotiation, but it could be an extra one as well. But I'm going to go on a limb and say the fourth coaster is in negotiation, still in negotiation. So we've got 3, but there's been 4 planned, and one of them's still being negotiated. So there's a lot of things being talked about in the forums, either a wing or a 4D, or possibly both. A Vekoma Flyer for the future, maybe. That could be a good coaster. Obviously, there was talk of a Mac Big Dipper, but apparently that's been moved off the Mac Rides website for some reason, so I'm guessing they're done with Mac Big Dippers, so I don't think we're going to be seeing that coming to Energylandia. Let alone Blackpool Pleasure Beach. You know, I think Mac Big Dipper might not be coming to Blackpool Pleasure Beach now in the future, in the next few years, so again, we don't know. A swing launch coaster, so maybe that's something like Pantheon with that spike element. Gerstlauer bobsled, a traditional wooden coaster, and there's also mention of a dive machine as well in the forums. So there's a lot of types of coasters that Energylandia could still invest in for the park. I'd love to see a B&M dive machine. I'd love to see that. Something like if you took Valraven from Cedar Point, or if you took Griffin or Shikra or even Baron 1898 with the theming and everything. If you took one of those coasters and have it not like a clone, but sort of similar to those, maybe even Yukon Striker, similar to Yukon Striker at Canada's Wonderland, and put that in Energylandia, my god, that part would be brilliant, even more brilliant than it already is. Now, I've heard about their current coaster lineup, the Mayan roller coaster, which the Vekoma SLC, which is going to get that tilt coaster partner. I've heard some good reviews from that SLC. Obviously, SLCs aren't my speciality. You know, I didn't think Infusion was very, very good at all. It was very, very headbangy, very rough. Kamali was the best SLC out of the two, just because of the smoothness of it. It was one of the smoother SLCs. However, I have heard some good reviews from Mayan roller coasters, so it would be nice to experience that. Energylandia is one of my top bucket list theme parks. I am going to do some more top 5s in the winter season, and some more closed but not forgotten episodes in the winter season going in 2020. Yeah, just a reminder, December, January, we're going to announce the 2020 plans for the channel and what's set to come and what's rumoured to come. So I hope you guys are ready for that video. It's going to be a long one, that one. Just a bit of a side note there. But yeah, Energylandia is one of my top bucket list theme parks, so it would be so nice to get to Poland and experience that. Apparently, flights to Poland are very easy to... Apparently, Energylandia is a very easy part to get to. I've heard it's just like, depending what airport you go off from, you could take one flight and you could literally get a bus ride, you know, right near to the park. I think Legendia is a few minutes away from Energylandia as well. So I've heard some really good stuff. Obviously, Marjolaine Kawinati is probably the other side of Energylandia, what I've heard. So it'd be harder to get to Marjolaine Kawinati, which has their brand new werewolf, their brand new GCI. But I think Legendia and Energylandia are easier to get to than Marjolaine Kawinati. So I'm very interested, you know. Once I've got the money saved up, it would be really nice to get to both Legendia and Energylandia to do a Polish mega trip maybe. So I don't know, that's definitely on the plans for the long-term future. It would be nice to get to those parks, but I can't predict what dates I'll be going yet, because I would like to experience Zadra with the full area, so it definitely won't be this year, and it probably won't be next year either. So, but I think in the future I would love to do Poland as a theme park trip and do Energylandia, Legendia, get some footage for the channel. Maybe if I buy a GoPro, maybe get some on-ride footage for the channel as well, for that on and off-ride playlist. So it would be nice, but going back on track, Energylandia have got a bright future with all their planned roller coasters. I think the dive machine would be brilliant. A wing coaster would be fantastic. I don't think they'll go for the Intermin one. I think if it's a 4D free spin, or in terms of a wing coaster, I'd like to see them go for the B&M. Either the normal sort of wing coaster like your Raptor, your Swarm, or there's a model called the Flying Wing Coaster, which is a little bit different. So I'm interested to see what the difference is between the normal wing coaster and the Flying Wing Coaster. You usually see that model out in Asia, mainly Japan and China and things like that. It would be nice to see that. Gerstlauer Bobsled, great family thrill coasters. A swing launch coaster, if you have something like a Pantheon maybe, that would be perfect. Maybe something like Fury at Bobbejaanland Land, that would be more realistic than a Pantheon, but I would love to see a Pantheon type multi-launch, like a Soaring with Dragon as well. That's some comparisons for it as well. So it would be nice to see all these brilliant coasters. So there we go. So that is Energylandia's future coaster plans. Now, of course, we do have another video scheduled today from Six Flags Great Adventure on their third teaser that's been revealed. So I'm going to be doing some more on that. And of course, stay tuned for another video today, if there is another video today, depending on the time of the announcement of SeaWorld Orlando's 2020 coaster. I'll be releasing a trailer, and I'll be doing a full analysis video, just like I've done with Orion and Pantheon. So thank you very much for watching this Theme Park Newsroom update. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now, guys, my name is Coast Show, YouTube show, Donkster Born, but Bill for Theme Park News. Keep on the coast live, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.